Alright, I do not know if I am live. Well, I can bring it up on my phone. I do this every single time, where I go, oh gosh, I haven't done a computer setup stream in quite a while. You guys are looking at not the top of my head, there we go. Something like that. And I keep forgetting, well, it was not set up. I don't think I've done it for like 6 weeks. Maybe longer. So I was all confused on how to get this set up again. And then I was like feeling nervous about streaming, which is a little silly because I stream like almost every day when I'm not on the computer. But it's been a weird. I've been under the weather. I've been sick for I've had 2 sicknesses back to back, but I'm feeling much better. Well, I figured I should stream. Much better might be a bit of an exaggeration. So you guys are looking at the back end here, but nope, not this either. Where do we go? It's an old thumbnail, close that. So I was thinking about working on these geese here. Oh, hang on, what the heck? Or, there we go. Where are the geese? Either these geese here, or we have some eyes I worked on. These guys. And getting them cleaned up, maybe doing a little extra color and getting them sent along to, I could probably upload them into Redbubble or TeePublic. Alright. So, first things first for something like this would be to remove the white background. Bunch of different ways to do it. You can always start with the built-in background grabber. Let's do that and see how it goes. I'm just gonna, I can still use it. We can add things back in. Actually, we're selecting the background, so we can take things out that it's accidentally selected. All right. I'll do rough is fine, because then what I'll do is we'll create a new, hang on, we'll dye the whole thing black. Create one of these, and then we'll inverse it. And then we can just go, and we haven't lost any of the data, we can just go back and forth. Hey Jack, hey Oliver. Yeah, so by using, can you guys see these? Oh yeah, here they are. By using this layer mask instead of a actual layer, instead of actually erasing, you can go back and undo everything like infinitely. And I think it's easier to deal with this with paintbrushes instead of with erasers. I don't know if the difference is like a placebo or not. Because theoretically, you could have all your erasers be the same types of brushes that brushes are. You know what it is? Like, you can't go back 10 minutes later and unerase something really easily with a brush. You can if you used history and all that, but with the masking, you can go back in 2 days. I can go back and make a change. And I won't have to remember to set like a history save point with the history brush and all that, which is what I used to do. And then I'm just using, I forget what the shortcut key is, to switch these back and forth. These two colors, black and white. And I'm painting on the, what's it called? This is just my own personal thing. This isn't for a specific product. I just did this recently on a live stream, and I had some requests to put stuff like this on stickers. So that's for stickers and t-shirts, I guess I should have said. So it's a little, what am I trying to say? It's a little high resolution for most of the use cases. We'll put it on Redbubble and then it can do all that. But I like to have as high as I can reasonably deal with. So this is 600 dpi, scanned in from an 11 by 17. Although I think the image itself is probably closer to 6 by, well, here we can see, 5 by 8, 5 by 7, 6 by 7. And then this will print clearly. That means this will print clearly double that size. So you can print clearly and basically nobody will know the difference up to 300 dpi, not resample. So 11 by 15. Thanks, Oliver. I will. Thank you. And really, in a pinch, you could print all the way up to 150 dpi and quadruple the size of this, but really, I like to stay at 300 or below. You definitely can tell, like, people can tell starting at like 200, but people can really tell at 150. Like everyone could tell at 150. All right. I think this is fine. There's some smoothing I could do. We can have, but so I'm debating if I want to do like a stroke along the outside edge. I think it can really look good sometimes. No, that's a little too much. Well, we're going to leave it on for now because it'll let us see these things we've missed, and it's just an FX, so you can just turn it off when you don't want it anymore. Again, like non-destructive. Oh, I shouldn't be erasing these, but that's fine. All right, yeah, so I say let's smooth it out. We'll take this magic wand tool and grab just the black. And then we will smooth. It's going to be selection menu. Ah, yeah. Modify, smooth. Probably 10. What we could do is we could turn this vector too, and that would also help a lot, but that's too much. And then we will grow it. I did the wrong way. We will inverse it. Then we will grow it. So I'm just going to see if I disable that. Okay. So I'm just trying to get like a gauge of what this might look like. I think that's fine. We can pop these colors up a little bit, but actually let's do that. I have it set to like look more realistic, like to what it looked like when I drew it, but we don't have to obey that. Oh, this is silly. Mm-hmm. I'm still debating about like actually giving it a... Okay, so what I have not done, let's add mask to selection. There we go. And let's work on paths. Man, I accidentally left something in the oven and I filled my whole apartment with smoke. And it was, I just, like the smoke alarm would have went off, but the batteries were dead. So I had just recently gotten new batteries and hadn't yet put them into the smoke detector. So it was like a whole confluence of events. 16, where's my opacity? So I'm turning the opacity up on this brush here. I'm going to turn the flow down a little bit, and then I'm going to stroke the path with it. And that should make sure everywhere along the outside here is black. You know what I forgot is that some of this will be occluded by the layer mask. Yeah, I like this. There's no little spots now that are white. I mean, there's spots like this where the line doesn't finish. Whoops. But there are no little spots that are hidden away. There's that. That's ugly. Well, let's clean it up. Black pen. Actually black, please. I do this a lot, where I go through. People say you don't have to. They're probably right. But I overcorrect my edges and stuff. That's why I don't have other layers. There's this little spot that I can't... Oh, is it? Okay. It was, it wasn't not there in color. It was pathed out. I'm glad I caught that. That's weird. That would have made an artifact in the sticker. I just feel like when you have these little kinds of artifacts and stuff and a sticker on a t-shirt, it can really make the product look cheap. And like, I think for a piece of art, for a print, not a huge deal. I think it can make it look good, handmade and stuff in that. But, oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Can add to the charm. Okay. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I cleaned this spot before, but maybe I haven't gone fully around yet. All right. Let's go to this line here. This is a correction instead of just like, there we go. That's good. We have some weird stuff on the inside here, but I don't think I want to go through and clear that. That's just artifacts from the initial draw, the sketch. If we go too far, it'll stop having the charm of the, the thing that it is. All right. So I haven't done this in a while. So we have to see. I know. So we want to do PNG. We want transparency. That's the whole point. And we'll go at 100%. We might need to re-export this to less than 100%, but we'll see. Chris drawing, sure. I think we'll go to T public. I think that's an easier system. Okay, single file upload. Okay. We just saved it. Here it is. Oop. I've not done this in a while. So it's funny to do this on stream. But looks good. A whimsical, what's a good way to describe this? A whimsical, maybe horror? Yeah. So I think tags are the most important part, but it's not the be-all end-all. Surreal and whimsical. A teacup pouring out some eyes, surreal and whimsical. Yeah. Sort of Alice in Wonderland-y. We have to choose a main tag. I don't think we want to do abstract. None of that. Maybe fantasy, but not really. It's a real art. It's not abstract. It's a real cat. Surreal eyes. Let's do surreal eyes. We'll do eyes. We'll do... teacup. IT. I think we will put horror in there. Gosh, I don't know. Coffee, tea, we don't want coffee. This is good. We can probably go back and change the tags later. Nudity, no. Oh, that looks great. Print it on front, yeah. I think this looks good in any color. Let's do something bright. Looks pretty good. Red also. I used to always do charcoal heather because I thought it really made the art pop the most. Actually, for the hoodie, it looked pretty good. Like, what was that hoodie on? I accidentally got it lost. If we drop it down a little bit in size, it's just a little weird on the hoodie. Could turn the hoodie off, but let's just let it be weird. I don't know if kids should wear this, but I don't think it's bad for kids to wear. So I'll let them decide. I like that on navy. Yeah. Crew neck, let's do. It doesn't matter, cream. This really doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter a little bit. You should choose ones you really like. All right. I think it can go on any color. I'm just going to scroll through. I'm going to make this bigger and we'll scroll through and see if there's any it doesn't work on. Seems to work on those. Yep. Are there any of these that are dumb? I think we can do die cut design only for that guy. Trying to see if there's any other. So is this the only background that it would have then? I think so. So it's a question of, is there a better color for this? Let's just say no. Well, let's do mugs. Can we do mugs no background? No. We can just make it actually white. Can we make it? Okay, no. I was wondering if they would let me make it alpha. Okay. I like white for coffee mugs. Not this one. This one should be dark. And a little bit smaller. Should this one be smaller? Yeah. This would mean it's facing other people when you drink. I think that's right. Let's publish it. All right, we did it. Iced tea. What a weird. Alright, I like took a whole break from putting anything up on these guys for quite a long time. And I just got like an earnings report, and I think I earned $10 this year from TeePublic. But there's a lot of people. It also gave me like all the lifetime stuff that people have bought, and it was really cool. I had thought a lot of them would be like, I made some like fan art of TV shows and stuff, and I thought a lot of it was going to be that, but it was almost all, I mean, there was definitely a lot of that, but there was more, or just as much in some cases, of completely original art that I had done. And that was cool. Let's make this bigger. Come on. We'll increase the canvas. I'm going to double the canvas. 6 by 9. Okay. Let's clean this up. So let's see if we can just do it with levels. Levels control like how things are presented with the information you have. So basically I'm taking the raw information, I'm deciding what that should map to. It's kind of like digital exposure. So I learned a trick to do this as what is it called, with a layers mask, and it was pretty good, but it's not direct. So what do? You you take your magic wand and you get all of the black you want to. Let's keep it contiguous. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's do it the other way instead. Non-contiguous. This is going to take forever. And I'm not feeling that. Oh. Oh, that's... okay. I was looking at these unselected areas, but they are actually... they were not unselected. They are erased. They do not exist. We'll invert this, and we'll create layer mask. Wait, am I done? Okay. No. It's just only that is masked, because all this doesn't yet exist. Okay, we'll manually highlight everything outside of this. Inverse, not delete, paint black. So right now I'm working directly on the layer mask. If you use programs like this, usually like in GIMP, you can click on, I think you can just right click on or control click on the layer mask here. Does you guys see this right? Yeah. All right. just going to erase all these little white spots I see outside. I don't think they would make a huge deal. Hey Remy, how are you? But we don't need them. It's easier to see these in the layer mask because they stick out like a star. And then also if you get them in here, they're really gone. Hey Lieutenant Mods, welcome, welcome. I was reheating frozen pizza. I've been sick and I was reheating frozen pizza, and I was also setting up for the stream because I was like, I haven't streamed in days, and like I wanted to do a computer stream, and I spent like hours last night getting it set up, and then I didn't do it. No complaining about any of that. It was just why I wanted to stream. And then I turned around and my house was filled with smoke. And I had left the pizza in the oven and totally forgotten about it. And my smoke alarm didn't go off because I was changing the battery and got distracted. So I was like, why didn't my smoke alarm go off? And then I looked on the shelf and it was just like my smoke alarm with a new pack of batteries sitting next to it and the old battery taken out. And I was like, oh, well, that's great. Good on me. But it wasn't that bad because we do have another smoke alarm in the bedroom and that would have went off if it was too bad. But then I was like, I'm like the embarrassed neighbor. I have to go. Wait, should I erase that? Yeah, I think so. I'm doing this goose. We are getting it all nice and transparent so we can put it on things. This goose was drawn on a live. I'm not sure. I grabbed a couple of things. I went through the book and I grabbed a couple of things that were drawn on lives, and I thought I would get them all prepared and set up to do like a red bubble or a, what's the other one? The one I just did. It's here because the damn thing is still open. TeePublic. Okay. This guy's really small, so we're not going to get a huge file out of him. But that's okay. I'd rather it stay in its lane. Alright. Export as PNG. Ba ba da ba. No. No. CMonsterYK. What the heck? I was just exporting things and it was totally fine. And now it's in a... Like, what? You guys are seeing my terrible file system. It's gonna say red bubble. Here it is. Perfect. Geometric goose 1. Now we'll go to TeePublic and let's check it out. Nope, that's YouTube. There we go. Upload the art. Oh man, where I grew up, there was tons and tons of Canadian geese, and I went for a walk one day, and all these geese like had flown up just from a field, and then they were flying right back down. I thought they were flying at me, but they were flying like over me, to get to another field, just like across the street and over the church. And like, oh man, it was pretty scary. There's like 1,000 at least. Um, they were there for like the whole day then, behind the church, just eating all sorts of stuff. I keep saying geometric. I'm going to call this one Geometric Goose. And then if we make another one, it'll be Geometric Goose 2. You guys, I do like, I channel my, oh, no way. Yeah, we get taught, because we had so many around us in school, like, I guess they were like telling kindergartners, like, don't go pet the geese, um, because they'll like break your arm. They're really crazy. Constructed of 3D shapes on a 2D plane. Or a shirt. I don't know. All right. Some people get that. Goose. Should I do duck? Animal. Math. Geometric. Cube. Cubic. Nope. Cubism. It's not really cubism, but well, it'll go in there. 3D. Oh, line art. Jeez, jeez, jeez. Line art, line drawing. Geese. Don't forget that. Not cute. Not cute. Alright, that's probably good for now. Oh, I think that looks good. Let's shrink it down a little. I think that looks good. Default color. Oh, not the dark ones. We'll say only the light colors. I was just thinking about all the stuff we learned in school. Like, oh man. So, I can't zoom in on this, but the way this file is looking on this, I'm wondering if we don't have some grays and whites in here. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think if that's fine. It doesn't look fine on the computer screen, but it might be fine in person. It kind of depends on their printing process. Like, that looks fine. This is what kills me. I do this all the time. And then I'm like, this is a little rougher. Come on, grids, get out of here. I'm kind of torn. Hmm. I think just go with the full It's less forgiving, so I want to do more cleanup, but I think it's the right choice. Hmm. My my computer's acting real weird. There, it's working again. Oh gosh. All right. I wasn't planning on doing this kind of like tiny detail work, but this is where I'm at today. So we learned all sorts of crazy stuff in grade school, in kindergarten, in first grade, I guess, second, third, grade school. I said it already. We got taught like what edible plants there were in the swamp and that kind of thing. We went out in waders into like the local creek. We lived on a estuary, I think it's called. So it had like hmm, brackish water, freshwater springs, that kind of thing. Hey, what a fungi. We're doing some cleanup on these geese. And then we're gonna throw them onto, we had them up here. I put them up here on TeePublic, but there's like a problem with the image. You can see it on darker colors. There's a lot of white in there. I don't think that's gonna look good. So I figured I'll just go turn it all black, do a little cleanup, and re-upload. So I got the, what is it called? Like the binary, the strict eraser. They call it pencil in Photoshop. And we already did the eye one. Let's see. Oh, I probably have this guy. Oh, what? We already did this guy. Did I miss something? Oh, because if I do, sometimes I guess we're out of sync. It says I'm on excellent, but usually that means we're more or less in sync, but maybe not. I've told this story now. I accidentally burnt pizza and my whole apartment filled with smoke. I feel like such a dumb bot. I got the fans going to clear it out. I think this is pretty good. I thought there was going to be more, but this seems okay. Yeah, I mean, I could get a little bit more intense, but I think this is good. What'd you feel? Okay, full size. Yep. Bit. I forget what it's called. Keep making the same weird typo. I keep saying geometric instead of geometric, which, as far as I can remember, I've never done before. I keep doing it today. Fighty rats. Here's... Huh. Where? I'm trying to see where this folder is. Chris, that's where I just was. You guys would never be able to find A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, P. Here it is. Oh, it's 4. That's why. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, I have to do all the tags and stuff again. Geometric goose, main tag, goose, description. This is a, dang it. I lost my, oh, this happens where I put my pen down on my tablet and then that locks wherever the pen tip is. That locks to where the mouse can be. and then I can't use the mouse. Let's see, geese, animal, silly goose, we'll put in duck. Abstract, not really. Geese, animal, silly goose, geometry with, at least I didn't spell geometry. Now I get rid of this one. There it is, tiny little X. Geese, animal, silly goose, geometric, math, surreal, duck. Oh, very sad. Don't be very sad. Line art. Line. .3D. Kind of. Alright, we can always go back and add more. Oh. Now wait a second. This give me the same artifacts that I just went to avoid, and they're definitely not there on this one. Did I upload the same damn one? Okay. I had, in fact, uploaded the same damn one. Okay, let's say light colors only. None. Light. These are all black. That's not great. I think it looks good on even some of the darker ones. I'd say maybe just not black. Let's do sage as the default. I'm going to do those. What's this one? I'm going to do acid black. Yeah. Brown, purple. These are all fine. Yeah, maybe not straight black, but everything but. Okay. I said I can't disable black, so that's weird. Burgundy is pretty good. Oh man, does that do it for everything? I forgot about that. That's not terrible. Okay, I like this size and space. I think we got it. Is there like pink? Lavender. Oh no, let's do like sunset stripe. Yeah. All right. So we have to change this background color. It cannot be, it can't default. But hmm, if we default it all to, I'm just going to make the defaults not black. If somebody chooses black, I can't help. I can't help them. Stickers. Okay, let's see. Let's die cut and design only. That's good. Yeah, like this cannot be black. Hang on, let's, nope. We can just make it white, I guess. F. Yeah. Sometimes it says like, do you want to change this for everyone? And this time it just didn't. And I don't know why. Don't spam me with cringe. Discord's on silent because I'm streaming. I'm easily distracted tonight. It's because I'm not. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Nope. Three. Oh. It auto completes when you type 3. Oh, that looks nice. I could change the tapestry to have a different background color, but like, what? Pinkish? I was gonna do white. I don't know. Military green? I kind of like that. So for a lot of these, it's obvious to me it's white. Why? I wonder why die cut is not available for this design. I wonder if because the inside's not solid. All right, let's do it. Does this contain mature content? No. Album. I don't have one. Okay. Publish. Aw. Neat. I think that's the one I would get. That's also very good. So, 16 bucks is not bad for a t-shirt. All right. Now I will get off the stream. Thanks for watching. I will go check the Discord. And yeah, I think I'll do this more often. Sometimes on stream, most of the time not. I used to do this regularly and I stopped. But we do a lot of drawings on stream that I think would make good stickers or t-shirts and stuff, and I never put them up. So we're going to start. Okay.